Hi everyone. Today I want to give a brief introduction about CATIA UEFI software. This is the CATIA UEFI software. After clicking this window will going to open. Basically, this is a graphical user interface where you are going to design the component, and whatever the components you are going to design, that will going to appear in the form of a tree. For example, if I create a one component here, that will going to appear here. This is called as a tree, and these are the toolbars in order to design the component. And this is a main bar. If I click on the start option, there are so many models are coming here. But for you people, I'll try to cover certain submodels of mechanical design. These are the various submodels which will come under the mechanical design. I'll try to cover part design, assembly design. If it is possible, I'll also try to cover analysis and simulation part. Here, first I'll start with the part design. Click on the part design. So you can give the name of the component you are designing. Let us assume it is a block. The name of the component, let us assume it is a block. Here, these are the planes: X plane, Y plane, and Z planes. These are the various planes. You can choose any one of the plane that is left to you. See here, if I move the cursor on this plane, it is a YZ plane. See here, you can see here in this is a YZ plane, this is a ZX plane, this is a XY plane. Let us assume I'll choose a ZX plane now. After clicking on this, just you click on the sketch. So there are so many options are available in the sketch. This is a rectangle. Under rectangle itself, we are going to have these kinds of shapes. Next, this is a circle with 3 points, circle using coordinates. So many options are available here. I'll try to tell you all these commands while designing the various components. Next, this is a spline. Next, this is a ellipse, this is a line, this is a axis line, this is a point. Okay, so I'll choose a rectangle now. Okay, I've created a sketch. This is a rectangle. See here, if I click on this, if I try to drag this will going to move. Okay, why it is moving? I have not constrained this dimension properly. All the dimensions are not constrained. Because of that reason, this is moving. Similarly, if I try to drag, the length of this is also changing. So in order to prevent this, we need to constrain the model. What is the meaning of constraint? I need to give the dimension of all these lines. How to give? There is a command called constraint. You click on the constraint. Now this is the dimension of this line. This is how much? 131.472. If if I want to change this one, you double click on this dimension. See here, the dimension is appearing in terms of mm. Let us assume this is 100 mm. Next, I want to give a dimension for this also. Double click on this, you change the dimension of this also. Let us assume this is 200 mm. So I given the dimension for this. The length of this itself equal to length of this, so there is no need to give the dimension for this. The length of this itself equal to the length of this, so there is no need to give the dimension for this also. Dimension is nothing but dimension is not required for this as well as this. Now still it is moving. Why it is moving? I need to give the dimensions with respect to this origin. This is the origin. So click on the constraint command. You select this. Once again I'll do it. Sorry. Click this one and this. So let us assume it is 100 mm. Next, this is next I need to give the distance of this from this point also. Let us assume this is 50. Now the color has been turned into a green color. Nothing but this is fully constrained. The sketch is fully constrained now. See here, if I try to move this one, it will not going to move. Nothing but the sketch is fully constrained now. This is a very important step in design of now. What I do, I'll remove this dimension. Then I'll try to give the dimensioning for this. See here, what is happening? The color of this sketch is changing. Nothing but this is over constrained. This sketch is over constrained. Whenever you see the pink color like this indicates that the dimension is over constrained, because this length itself equal to this length, so they no need to give the dimension for this. Okay, so you remove this, again give the dimension for this. Next, the distance from here to here, it is exactly, I'll take it as a half of this 200. Now this is a green color, indicates that the sketch is fully constrained. So unless and until you don't get this color, don't proceed for the any 3D modeling. So what I want to create a 3D model of this. So what I do, I try to exit from the sketch mode. Exit, you click here, exit workbench. Now these are the 3D tools to create various geometries. So I'll select first pad. See here, this is a pad. If I preview this, it will look like this. Okay, this is a application of this pad command. If I want to change thickness of this pad, this is the thickness of this pad. If I want to change this, you can give the dimension here. Let us assume it is 49. See, the dimension is changing. Again, if you want to change the thickness of this, you can change this as a 30. Or if you want to change any parameters, such as, for example, here mirror extension, See here, if I use a mirror extension, it will take in the see the preview first. It will try to extrude from the mid plane. Nothing but here it is 30, here it is 30. That is the application of the mirrored extend. Okay. So I'll uncheck this. I don't want this. Okay. So this is a pad is created. Now how to use this pocket command? In order to use this pocket command, you need to select the plane first. This is a plane I'm going to select. Here I want to put a rectangular pocket here. So after selecting the plane, you click. Sorry. First, I'll create a sketch mode. I'll go to the sketch mode. I want to create a rectangular pocket inside this block. Give the dimension for this. Let us assume this is a 40 mm and this is, let's assume this is around 60 mm. Now this sketch is not turned into green color. So what I have to do? See here, I'll give the dimension from here to here. I'll give exactly half of this. This is a 60. I'll take this as a 30. Next, still it is not turned into green color because I need to give the distance of this line from this. So total is here 40 here. I'll take half of this. Nothing but I'll take 20 mm. So this sketch is turned to green color. Nothing but this sketch is fully constant. If I click here, if I try to drag this, it will go to move. Nothing but it indicates that the dimension is constant or the sketch is constant here. So what I do now, I'll exit from the workbench. I'll click here. Now I'll choose this command, pocket command. The total thickness of this is 30. Okay, I want to produce a pocket till the end up to here. You can enter the dimension, or otherwise you can choose the another command, that is up to next. Up to next in what? If you want to select till here, or you can select up to last also, or you can select up to the plane. Nothing but this plane. I need to select the plane first. Okay. What I do, I'll use up to next. Up to next in what? Till this plane. Now I'll go for preview. See here. A pocket is produced inside this block. That is the application of the pocket command. Now I'll go for this. What is the meaning of edge fillet? I'll tell you now. Select this. Okay. I want to produce a fillet of radius, let us assume 10 mm here. Go for the preview. See here, this is the edge fillet. Okay, that is the application of the edge. Next, chamfer. What is the meaning of chamfer? I'll select this edge. See here, I'll give a chamfer of 5 mm. Now you rotate this. See here. I'm going to get this kind of shape. This is a chamfer. This is a fillet. Okay, a round shape. This is a fillet. This is a chamfer. Okay, that is the application of edge fillet and the chamfer. Now I'll rotate this once again. I'll try to zoom this. Now once again I want to use edge fillet command. You click here and you click this. How much radius you want? You enter here. I want 20 mm radius. View this. See here. A fillet is produced here. Till here. Of radius how much? 20 mm. So there is an error here. What I do? I'll press Ctrl Z. Edge fillet. This is select this. How much you want? You enter here. 5 mm I want. See here. A fillet is produced here. Similarly, if you try to produce the fillet here, you can select this edge also. Select the edge fillet. Select this. Let us assume the radius of the fillet is, let us assume 5 mm itself. Click here. See here. A fillet is produced here. Okay. So these are the applications of the edge fillet and the chamfer. The rest of the commands I'll tell you in the next tutorial. Thank you.